It's me, Keisha, and I'm here with this week's All Tea All Shade Underground Season 1, Episode 6 review. Okay, so we start off this episode with John and Elizabeth, aka Mitzi. They're preparing their nursery / their room and board for slaves who are on the run. And I'm team John and Mitzi. Yes, Black Lives Matter. So Elizabeth puts a candle in the window to show that they're a part of that their house is a safe house for, slaves. But little does she know that Cal is outside her crib watching everything the fuck she do because he's a stalker. So Ben is writing to his mama who's sick, and Rosalie is pissing in the bushes, y'all. And she ain't about that life. So she about to drink some dirty ass lake water, and she is just like, I really don't want to do this shit, but a bitch is thirsty, and she's just about to drink the shit when she hears gunshots. So everybody break out and start running. Her, Kato, Noah, and Henry. And so they're running. And then they finally get to a safe spot, and we find out that Henry, dumbass, decided to beg a white man for some food because they ain't ate in weeks. And so Noah had to hem his ass up. Noah in this episode was on his period the whole motherfucking episode. That nigga was mad the whole damn episode. So Rosalie don't think that this freedom song thing is the way to freedom. And Noah has had it up with her light skinned ass. He tells her, bitch, you can take your ass back to the big house if you want to. Ain't nobody stopping you, sweetheart, because I'm about tired of you. I'm trying to give you this black dick, but you steady acting like a little light skinned scared motherfucker. Ain't nobody got time for that shit. So Rosalie look at him like, excuse you? No vanilla pussy for your ass, my nigga. So, they see some white folks on a riverboat, and they decide to run up on them and take the boat. And Rosalie ain't down for it because she ain't really down for hurting nobody because she feel like they'll be doing the same thing that the white folks are trying to do to them. But Noah is like, bitch, you can stay your ass out here in these woods. We about to get on this boat. About to get on the Casino Queen up in this motherfucker. So Ernestine is pouring drinks because she is tired of hearing Miss Suzanne up there moaning and groaning while she in labor. Girl, she just need a good drink, honey. Like, I need a good drink right now. So she take her back some Hennessy, baby. And then we see this butler man walks in. And I think that the butler is her father. And he's missing his tongue. I think they cut his tongue out at some point in his life. So, Master meets in the his conference, his office with the pastor or whatever, and he's talking to the pastor about being a moral leader. And the pastor says, well, if you would read more of the Bible to the slaves, then you wouldn't have 7 runaway slaves. And I was like, okay, Mr. Pastor Man, read, bitch, read. Okay. So Noah, Kato, and Henry throw the white folks off the boat. And August and Ben have caught up to them. So Rosalie is trying to untie the rope on the boat so they won't be stationed anymore. So Noah, somehow August gets his ass on the fucking boat with his gun, and Noah charges at him, and they start fighting. So Ben tries to shoot one of them, but misses because that little boy don't know how to use a gun for real. So August tackles Rosalie off the boat, and they fall into the fucking riverbank or whatever. So Noah thinks that Rosalie can't swim. So Rosalie all in the riverbank going like this, flailing and railing and shit. And she acting like she can't swim either. So August thinks that she has drowned. And so he, kind of got a heart a little bit for Rosalie. So he goes down into the water to try to save her. But little does he know, she already saw her swimming back to the boat. So he tries to catch up with her. But Noah shoots him like right about here in his back, like right in his shoulder blade. So that stops him. So Rosalie gets back onto the boat. So Cal comes to see Elizabeth to be nosy and try to push his little white dick all up on her. And he tells her that he's been keeping an eye on her house. And she like, oh, nigga, really? So John catches him holding Elizabeth, aka Mitzi's hand. And he look like, nigga, get your paws off of my wife or I'm about to put the paws on you. So Kyle says that a local farmer spotted one of the runaway slaves in town, and that there aren't really too many places that he can hide except for some abandoned barn houses or their home. So he orders John to hunt the slaves with him. And John ain't about their life. John is for us. He's for the round round. So Miss Susanna has had her baby, and Master decides it's a little boy, and Master decides to name the little boy Samuel, which fucks Ernestine up because that's her son's name. And I don't know if Master is Samuel's son as well. I really do believe that he's Master is Sam's daddy as well, because he's light skinned or whatever too. And she said that later on in the episode that she was jealous of Pearly May because Pearly May got to have a man. So I don't think she fucked with nobody else. I think that Master is Samuel's daddy, Rosalie's daddy, and the little bitty boy's daddy. So she looking at this nigga like, how you gonna name another son after our son together? So Master wants to have a baptism for the baby ASAP, but Ernestine is like, nigga, slow down. The river water might be too cold for the little motherfucker. And so he tells her, no, we're gonna do it anyway because I'm ready. And the pastor's sitting her side-eyeing Ernestine like, bitch, you talking a little bit too much to be a slave, bitch. Like, what the fuck is going on between you two motherfuckers? So August and Ben get ran up on by one of these hoes that was on the boat. And she dressed like a pussycat doll and shit. So Ben ain't never seen no titties and thighs and legs and shit. You know, he ain't never been around no, pretty white bitch before. So he already like sprung like boy. So he asked his daddy to bring her along with them, because he liked the little bitch. So ain't no food or nothing on the boat. They still fuck Noah and them. So Rosalie tells Henry that Master is the one who taught her how to swim and how he wouldn't, wasn't gonna let her drown or whatever. She realizes, that her daddy, he fucked up in the head, got a soft spot for her somewhere in his heart. So Rosalie looks under the bed and she finds this little white man under the bed. So Kato says, toss this motherfucker off. The white dude says that he knows an Indian who will help them get to freedom. So Kyle has a team of capturers together to catch this slave or whatever. John don't want to do it, but Elizabeth tells him he has to, so Kyle won't be suspicious of them anymore. So August, Ben, and the whore are riding along, and Ben spots some Indians amongst the woods or whatever. So he stopped, get off, take off his shirt and shit, and surrender himself to the motherfucking Native Americans. And so all the Native Americans swarm him, and then they start slicing his chest up and shit like he a honey baked ham. And I'm like, what kind of fucked up ritual is this, my nigga? So Noah and the crew got the white boy tied up, and they ain't noticing that he trying to break loose or whatever. So Noah want to trust the white boy, but Kato thinks that he's a fool. Noah wants Rosalie to swim them ashore, but neither Rosalie or Kato are down for this plan. They think that he's reaching. They think that he's doing way too much. So Noah tells Rosalie that he wants her to trust him to get them to freedom. He's like, bitch, I'm trying to get us to freedom. I'm telling you, I'm gonna hold you down, my nigga. So Kato is tired of this song. He tired of this redneck cracker motherfucker looking at them every 5 minutes, and he low-key peeped that he was trying to break loose. So Kato pushes this motherfucker off the boat and lets this motherfucker drown. So they realize, and the rest of the crew realize, they got a real kill on their motherfucker hand. They got to be careful around this little light Ike Don Lemon looking motherfucker. So Master's having pottery class, a painting class and shit. And so Ernestine brings some beverages because that's what she do. So he locks the door behind them and he wants to fuck in the house. But Ernestine says, no, I say when and where. You just ain't gonna run up on me getting this pussy when you feel like it, my nigga. So he grabs her up and shit. He was like, this is my house and I make the motherfucking rules. And he realized that, she shook up or whatever. He loved Ernestine or whatever. She's like, baby, I'm sorry. I ain't mean to do that. A nigga just needs I need some release. I got blue balls. I ain't touched you in a minute. I ain't touched you ever since Pastor been up this motherfucker. And Pastor, drive me crazy. I can't please this nigga. And, he tried to fuck again, but Steen say, just stop. And it's like, just pause for a minute. Let me get my shit together. I'm going through some shit too. So we really do kind of see some true feelings there between them a little bit. So she leaves out, and as she leaves out, Pastor comes down the steps and sees her leaving out of the office with Master, and he sees Master watching her as she walks away. He like see that ass bounce when she walks. So Ben is in a bar with August, and August sees that he's in love with the stripper. He's in love with the stripper. And so he tells him, build up your swag, little nigga, and go rap to her. So Kato torments Rosalie about Master only wanting to save her and how she's holding the crew back and gonna potentially get them caught. So Steen is in the kitchen drinking and thinking, baby, she has had a damn week on her hands. So she's talking to the butler, who we assume is preparing some type of meal, but he's not. He's actually preparing paints for Pastor and Master or whatever. But as he's doing so, he cut some of his blood into it, and we realize that he on some old voodoo magic type shit, and that they on some Creole type shit. Ernestine, and who I assume is her father. So Steen is telling her father that she living in the big house ain't all it's cracked up to be, and that she was jealous of Pearly Mae because Pearly Mae got to have her man, her baby. She could escape whenever she want to, but being a house slave, you got to be on 24 hours a day. There is no fucking escape. It's worse being on the inside than it is on the outside. So Steen admits that she killed Pearly Mae, and the butler ain't saying nothing because he ain't got no tongue or whatever. So He prefers his voodoo magic paint set, and he walks the fuck out. And so the whore goes to offer her little young pussy to August, and August like, no nigga, I paid you to fuck my son. But she like, nah, I don't want no young dick, I want some old dick. And so she throw that pussy on him, and she tell him that, you know, she knows how it feels to be around sick people, and how she just want to, you know, be there to give him, you know, some comfort. So they fuck. So Kyle asks John, did he invite Jussie and Jussie homeboy into their house that day when all that shit went down? And he tells him, he's like, no, I didn't do no shit like that. So they go into this shed where a slave named Clyde is in there. And so Clyde bum rush Kyle and beat his ass real quick. And then Clyde turns to John and says, help me, motherfucker. And so John is trying to figure out what to do because the others are coming. So Ben is asleep outside of August's hotel room door, and the whore walks out, and he realized that his daddy fucked the bitch that he been crushing on. You know, he in his feelings because, you know, this first little bitch he like nigga, damn daddy, you know what I'm saying? You gonna fuck this bitch, you know I like her, like damn, you ain't shit. So Kyle comes to John and tells him that so Kyle comes to after being knocked out by a black boy, and John tells him that the runaway got away and that, you know, he fucked him up too. So Kyle dumbass believes it, and he strolls on off on his horse. But little did he know, the whole time he was sitting in the wagon, Clyde the slave was sitting right behind him underneath this little trap door or whatever. So Pastor is baptizing the slave, and Ernestine can't wait to have her sins washed away because, you know, she just got done killing the bitch. The bitch feel bad about the shit. So Kato is on the boat teaching Henry how to fight with a knife. And then the pastor, as he's baptizing Ernestine, whispers in her ear, I seen you, Jezebel. I see you, bitch. And so he goes to dunk her in the water, but he makes sure he dunk her in the water and make her stay in there a little while longer than everybody else to let her realize, bitch, I see you, and I can kill you whenever I want to, and I got the power, I got the juice, bitch. So Ernestine is shook, my nigga. She like, God damn, I'm gonna have to kill this white motherfucker too. So Noah looks for Rose Lee on the boat, but can't find her nowhere. So he's shook. So Noah knows Kato did something to her because he saw them arguing or whatever. And he like, nigga, I know you did something to her like you did something to Zeke. I peep you, motherfucker. You ain't shit. Light skinned niggas ain't shit. So Kato says his plan ain't shit and that Rosalie gave up on him. So August is in the woods and is confronted by some dude named Jeremiah Johnson and this old badass zoot suit and shit. And the Jeremiah dude tells him that he's looking for a payday to capture the Macon 7-2. And either we gonna do this together, we can do this apart, we can ride or die, we can shoot this thing out. What you wanna do, my nigga? What you wanna do? What you wanna do? So Ben rises up and says that his mama is missing from the hospital. So August got to run off and see what the fuck is going on with his bitch. So the pastor sees Ernestine's son and Miss Susanna's son playing, and as he's painting shit, and the butler, mind you, is standing right there peeping everything, and he realizes, the pastor, he puts two and two together, that that little black boy is Ernestine's and Master's son. So he gonna try to do something to Ernestine, little baby. So but remember, the butler did something to them paints and put some kind of voodoo magic on that motherfucker. Something gonna happen to that damn pastor. So one of John's friends come down the chimney, that's, you know, a part of, you know, helping you know, free slaves or whatever. He says that they captured Clyde. So Johnny grabbed his gat because he don't want shit to happen to Clyde because he rides for Clyde. So Nickelback and Jeremiah got Noah and them surrounded on the boat. So we think it's about to be a shootout. You know, Noah ready to ride or die. He ready to, you know, put this thing down. And then next thing we know, we heard gunshots in the air and shit. And so Nickelback and Jeremiah run off or whatever, and they get cleared out by some Indians, and we realize who riding with the Indians, nigga. Rosalie. Rosalie got off that motherfucking boat and went to go find that damn magical Indian man that the white boy was talking about for help. And so the Indians helped them, and I was like, Rosalie, you a bad bitch. Now you on bad bitch status like your mama. Now you got some of your mama in you, my nigga. You got that light skin up off you. Got you some brown skin up in you. So tonight's episode was everything as always. Next week's episode, I'm not prepared for it because something gonna happen to either Ernestine's son or something gonna happen to Boo, and I'm not here for kids dying. Oh Lord, my heart just ain't gonna be able to take it. I'm still mourning Zeke damn death. Shit, I couldn't even go to the fucking repast or the fucking funeral because my heart just wasn't ready to deal with the shit. Let me know what y'all think about tonight's episode down below in the comment section. Make sure to like and thumbs up this video. Make sure to subscribe and subscribe to my channel and share this video with your family and friends. Continue to support this television show. We have to get a season 2. John Legend, you did this, especially with having your song playing at the end. Oh, this show is everything. Thank you all for watching this review. I hope you I hope you all were entertained, that you laughed, you smiled, and you were enlightened and informed. I love you all so much. Remember, my book Heartless is in stores right now. Go check it out on Amazon or BarnesandNobles.com. My real name is Keisha Irvin, Keisha Ervin. Go check it out now. I love you all. Bye.